Hi everyone, this is Elaine. Welcome to Flat Earth for Dummies 101. Definition of dummy, indoctrinated in globe from birth. A spinning globe is only true in fairy tales. Only the truth will set you free. The lies were out to get me, to feast upon my brain. Free Masonic wormholes were to blame. Then I saw the way. Now I'm a flat earther. There is no curve, no globe in my mind. The earth is flat. We're the believers, don't eat the deceivers, those who lie.
According to the Inca creation story, the children of the sun god Viracocha came to our world through 3 mysterious portal openings in a mountain, giving knowledge and creating the Inca civilization. In Greco-Roman tradition, the goddess Cybele was known as the guardian of the gateways, often depicted standing next to a gateway to another world. It was said that one needed to ask permission from Cybele in order to move through time and space. There are many other examples from across cultural traditions, but the question is clear. Why is it that so many of the world's traditions speak of portals to other worlds and visitors from the sky? Some say that the answer can be found in Sri Lanka at Goldfish Park. There is housed the mysterious Sakwala Chakraya, roughly translated as the rotating circle of the universe, a 6-foot stone circle with numerous strange symbols carved into it. It stands as so mysterious because no one is quite sure how old it is or who might have made it. The carvings do not coincide with any known language. Some have made an incredible suggestion that the strange symbols are in fact a map, and not just any map, but a map of a network of portals called Stargates, used sometime in the distant past by ancient extraterrestrials when visiting Earth. Is this why so many civilizations speak of portals and visitors from the sky? Could ancient extraterrestrials have journeyed to Earth using some sort of advanced technology that allowed them to travel great distances? Could such a network of Stargates really exist, even to this day? That it was Atlantis at the center of a global network of Stargates, a network still occasionally in operation today, swallowing vessels from the Bermuda Triangle into its portal. This begs an important question. If such a network of Stargates still existed today, what lengths would modern governments and other organizations go to in order to get control of this network? Some say there is an answer to that as well. The modern country of Iraq has played a prominent role in human history. It is said to be the location of the biblical Garden of Eden, that is, the place where the human race was created. Going back further, ancient Sumerian texts from the area tell of human interaction with gods called the Anunnaki, who some have speculated were not gods at all, but extraterrestrial visitors. The thought follows that if the Anunnaki really were extraterrestrial visitors, then perhaps they traveled to and from the Earth via a Stargate. Some believe that not only did such a Stargate exist in ancient times, but that it remains in Iraq to this day, and in fact was rediscovered in the 1920s. According to the theory, when the British invaded Iraq in 1920, purportedly to stop an uprising, they were in fact searching for the Stargate. Further, by World War II, German support of Arab nationalists in Iraq was serving as cover for the Third Reich's pursuit of said Stargate. Could this be true? War over decades as cover for the pursuit of ancient technology? If so, then what follows is obvious. In 2003, despite global criticism, the United States invaded Iraq. There have been many reasons floated for why the U.S. did this, from George W. Bush's childish freedom narrative to the need to control Iraq's oil. However, Dan Burish offers a different explanation. He asserts that he was part of a covert U.S. government team sent into Iraq at the start of the war in order to find the Stargate. According to Burish, intelligence suggested Iraqi leader Saddam Hussein had uncovered the portal in the 1980s, and many were concerned that he might figure out how to use it. After a failed attempt to find the Stargate under the guise of the Gulf War in the early 90s, the U.S. went back in 2003 in a war which remains ongoing to this day. Here it is worth mentioning the story of Michael E. Ryan. In February of 2001, a few months before the 9/11 attacks, Ryan, who was at the time the Chief of Staff of the U.S. Air Force, appeared on an episode of the popular television series Stargate SG-1. As strange as it is for a sitting military chief of staff to appear on a television program, it is even more strange that he would appear on a show about the government hiding secret alien technology they used to travel through space called Stargates. Some have suggested that this was a form of soft disclosure, the military getting the public ready to accept that this type of technology exists. Others have suggested they were trolling. Regardless, one thing which is neither trolling nor conspiracy is the fact that the U.S. military, as well as many other organizations, have been actively interested in the type of technology depicted on the Stargate SG-1 television show. In fact, they still are. What might be described as Stargates don't only exist in ancient myths, but in theoretical science and in the sky above us. Perhaps there is even an ancient network of Stargates scattered across the globe. Perhaps one day we may learn how to use it.
So they project the image around the ball, and that's how they came up with the globe.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
That's why it's so hard to convince you you've been fooled.